Hey everyone, welcome back to Indicted TV. I'm your host, Negra. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and follow us on Instagram. Gotta give a quick shout out to my sponsors, Royalty Honey. Keep it hard, guys. And also, if you don't want to be on my show and you want to stay home, make sure you hire attorney Rosenberg. On today's episode, we got Lefty. Welcome to Indicted TV, Lefty.
Thank you. I appreciate you guys having me here.
No, of course, of course.
Yes, ma'am.
So tell me, we're going to start, okay? I'm going to ask you a few questions.
Okay.
Tell me where you're from. I don't mean the gang. Tell me where you're from, where you grew up, how the inside of your house is, mom, brothers, sisters, you know, all of that.
Okay. They call me Lefty, Gunplay. My homies named me that. I'm from the San Gabriel Valley.
Okay.
City of Ballpark.
Okay.
And I'm from K-Che. Kings have arrived.
Okay.
And I grew up in Ballpark when I was young. It was cool, you know what I'm saying? Played football and all that. But like in my city where I'm from, like, what's fly is gangbanging. You know what I'm saying? So
But
like,
how was the inside of your house though? Like, do you have brothers? Like your mom was there?
yeah,
like...
my mom was there. My mom was there. My dad wasn't. My dad, he moved out. He got another girl. I got a little brother in Florida. He lived out and he left my mom. You know, my mom thugged it out.
That's how it goes sometimes. Yeah, get it?
We live with my grandma though. My grandma, like, she's 85 and she took care of me.
She raised
my
you.
whole life. Yeah, I love my grandma, man. Shout out my grandma, man.
Yeah, shout out to grandma.
For real. Shout out my grandma.
That's right. That's right. Do you have brothers, sisters?
I got one older brother and some. We're the complete opposite. You know
I get it. My mom, my sister and I are completely different as well.
Yeah.
Well, that's cool.
Are you guys really?
No, completely different.
She's mad at you or what? Or she's
Yeah.
like, she supports you now?
Well, no, she supports me. She's always been there, but we were different. She took care of my son when I was gone.
I'm trying to get it there with you. Oh yeah, my brother did the same thing.
Yeah,
I'm trying to get it there to where my brother be like, that's right. You know what I'm saying? Like,
you know what? It takes a lot. It takes a lot of time. Like, just because you're okay for like a minute doesn't mean they're gonna respect it, because it takes a long time. Sometimes my mom is still like, hey, you all right? And I've been out for 15 years.
Oh, you've been out a long time.
I've been out a long time.
Oh,
and listen.
You're straight.
But this is something I want you to understand.
15 years. Damn, you look young.
I'm 41.
Prison keeps you preserved.
That's right.
On the hood it does.
No, but listen. So, okay, let's get back to let's get back.
My bad.
So you grew up in Baldwin Park. Did you go to junior high? Did you finish high school? All of that?
I finished high school in Juvenile Hall, in Silmar Juvenile Hall. Shout out to Silmar Juvenile Hall and Camp Page and shit.
Okay, so I'm going to ask you now, since I know you were already in Juvenile Hall.
Yes,
what did you go to Juvenile Hall for the first time?
I went to Juvenile Hall for a gun when I was 15 years old. 15 years old.
Oh, you were young.
Yeah, I was right there with my homeboy from my hood, Fat Boy. He was in there already, and I landed an LP. I remember I was just like, damn, like, you know what I'm saying? The first time I ever hit jail, like, in LP, I was like, damn, you know?
How did you feel? Like, how did you feel when they first put the handcuffs on you for the first time? Because it's a different feeling, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it was like, it was different. It was different. I remember they took me from court. I went to go check in with my PO, and when I was 15, I told my mom, hey, I got a feeling I'm going to jail today. And she's like, nah, don't think that way. But like, sure enough, like, I manifested it, and I went there, and they cuffed me up and shit, and I'm like, went to jail. And
so you were already on probation?
Yeah, I was on probation and
what
stuff.
were you on probation for?
For bullshit, like writing in the school, fighting and stuff.
Okay, so like typical troubled kid shit.
Yeah, typical kid stuff.
Yeah, I mean, it's not a typical kid stuff, because typical kids don't, but troubled kids like you and I, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
because we were definitely troubled. We're still all fucking troubled, right? Yeah. Okay, so you went to Juvenile Hall. How long did you do for when you got arrested that first time?
The first time I did a 6-month camp program, and I kept refiling for down with my enemies and stuff.
Because that's what you do in Juvenile Hall. You gotta take off on your enemies.
I think Juvenile Hall's worse than county's like, if you're cracking into county's kind of bad, and when you're in the court chains, like, you gonna squabble up. But Juvenile Hall, you're fighting every day. Like, yeah, you're fighting. There's no.
Did you like get on your knees type of thing and fight, like in the or?
Oh yeah, I locked legs with a couple dudes and shit.
Wait, nobody's ever told me that they lock legs. So tell me about the locking legs.
Oh yeah, you just go in the restroom, like, after you go on a restroom break from school and shit. They go, hey, head and water call. You gotta raise your hand and shit, like, hey, permission to speak, sir. Bullshit. And they be like, it's not permission granted. And you be like, permission to use a head and water, and they be like, permission granted. You gotta stand up and do all kinds of crazy shit.
Well, you gotta, like, you're like a military, like, you get trained to do all that shit.
Just to go pee and shit. Like,
hey, but I mean, that's what we want. We want to around, you know what I'm saying? We gotta follow instructions.
Like, yeah, but they ain't stupid. They know we're right there squabbling. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you a bitch.
So you like tie your legs with the other guy?
Just go grab him real quick, and then be like, ready, set, go, and then you start getting it.
Oh shit!
You can't do this. This is cheating.
Oh shit! Okay.
Really in there squabbling. Shout out Fat Boy from my hood. Case he was in there squabbling up. Yeah, fighting with like it's crazy because like right there you fight with blacks. You know what I'm saying? We don't fight with blacks in the county. Like and it's just
well, we'll get to the county.
Juvenile hall is just that's just another.
And how many times did you go to Juvenile hall?
Hey, trip on this. I remember I went to Juvenile hall my first day in camp. I got banged on like 50, 60 times on first day in that camp. Like, damn, this shit's cracking up in here. Like everybody banged on me. Like when you're the new booty in camp, everybody just comes up to you like, what's up, fool? You know what I'm saying? Like, damn, the fools is tripping. I remember everybody that I was with in Juvenile hall, like everybody that I was with in my camp program either got life or you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? It was pretty cracking right there. It made me kind of like who I am today. That was the starting point, and I got no regrets. It was a cool learning experience.
Yeah, of your lifestyle, obviously. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You have to learn and then adjust to the lifestyle that you want to be in.
Yeah.
You know?
At that point, I didn't know at that point I didn't know what was gonna happen. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, well, you were 15 years old. When we're 15, we think we know it all, but technically, not even when you're like 50, you. Like we're still learning life every single day.
That's just crazy, huh? That's crazy.
So you got your high school diploma in juvenile in camp.
Yes, ma'am.
So do you still square your corners?
What?
Like you know how you like why you gotta square your corners?
What do you mean?
Like you know when you march?
Yeah. When you walk, you gotta square your corners and shit. Yeah. No,
I find out you're still doing that.
I don't do that.
I'm just kidding.
And then you gotta double time. It's called double time. You gotta run and shit. Like double time. Just go eat. And then you gotta run and shit. Them fools are crazy up in there. If that shit is up in there on the hood, you better remind me of that shit.
Oh, that's funny.
You can't walk to dinner. You gotta run to dinner. Like.
And how much time do you get when you eat?
They feed you a lot of. How much time do you get when you eat?
No, I'm saying like how much time do you get to eat?
Okay.
Like a 30 minutes, 20, 15.
You gotta eat fast and shit. But sometimes like the hoodas are feeling, they be like, hey, line it up for seconds. Everybody line it up for seconds. But like you better not hope your enemy's working right there. Cause I used to serve and shit. And the juvenile hall is a different. I used to see my enemy like, I used to count that fool out. Real story and shit. I looked at that fool like, all right, fool, I got you and shit. Give him a little potato and shit. Or see shit, spitting and shit. You know what I'm saying? That's how the halls is every time. And the homies were like, hey, fool, I hope you ain't spitting in the water. Like, nah, don't trip. I'm just spitting that. That's fool shit. So one day he came up to me and shit, and I spit in his shit, and I looked to grab the other tray. And wham, he hit me with the tray. What the?
Well, that's what you get. Put me spitting in my shit.
No, but that's just like real shit. Like,
no, it's how it is. I understand.
Really is up in there. Like, it's really cracking like that. Like, fools are really trying to take your shoes up in there. I was really taking fools' shoes up in there. You know what I'm saying? Like KPs at night and shit. You gotta leave your shoes outside the door. And so like if you a weenie, they're gonna take your shoes and
for
shit.
Sure.
They got the gangbangers out there working KP and stuff. I remember this dude told me and shit like, what's up, man? I'm right there with my homeboy too. He's right there behind me and shit. He's like, hey, what's up, man? What you wanna do for them shoes? I'm like, what you talking about? We're watching a movie and shit. It was 4th of July. I'm like, what you mean you want to? I had a Nike Blazers, the one with the 3 straps. They were fly at the time. And I got my shoes all the way to Silmar. If you made it past your shoes in LP, you would join. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He still got his shoes. He ain't got marked out his shoes. I'm right there chilling. He's like, what you want to do for your shoes? We're like this. I'm like, what you mean? Those dusty ass fool. I remember that fool. And shit, I'm like, he's like, yeah, pay you out. You gonna give them to me or what? I'm just like, man, you got me. We started lining it up right there and going live, and my homie jumped in. We started packing them all up. But yeah, fools be taking your shoes up in there. And then they told my mom, you gotta get his shoes. He's fighting too much in here to keep his shoes and shit. You got fly shoes up in there. You know what I'm saying? The next day you see another fool rocking your shoes. Like, that's embarrassing. Homie.
Oh no, for sure. I never got my shoes taken. That's for sure.
Hey, I could name a gang of fools from neighborhoods.
Yeah, but we don't want to do that. This is about
I'm not gonna do that.
We're not doing that.
Hey, edit that part. Edit that part. That shit out. I'm not saying no names, but
no, we're not. Don't worry.
Hey, but juvenile hall, you find out who's a bitch and who ain't.
That's
on the
right.
game, dude. Like, it's crazy. It's messed up in there.
So, how many different charges did you go to juvenile hall for? Or was that your?
Just that one charge. I did a little stretch, and then after that, I did 15. 16, turned 16 and went 17, and then 17 I caught a residential burglary.
Okay, so you got out.
Yeah.
You got out and you got caught another case, which is the burglary.
Yeah.
How did you do the burglary?
Okay, what?
You know what I'm saying?
Burglary, rich ass burglary. No, it was at the time I was growing up, YG came out with that bullshit, like meet the flockers and shit, and like just everybody was just robbing shit, like, and then like I hit my first like house, and I was just like, damn, this is good. Hey, I don't want to be a bad person, but hey, if you rob shit and you never been busted in prison, you're only gonna do 2.5 for robbing that house. Like, I suggest it to anybody. That's a lick right there. That's a different type of high. That's a different type of high when you're in somebody's house just going through this shit. You know what I'm saying? It's just like you're going through somebody's shit. You're just like on a natural high and stuff. That's how you know I really did it though. I did a couple of houses and I remember I got caught in the house and the cops came outside. I lagged it that day. I got drunk that day. You should do them sober. I got drunk that day and I fucking started taking the TV, all kinds of shit, like stupid. You know what I'm saying? I took the TV and they said, hey, the cops are out here. Da, 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 da. We got the dog. I still went running. I still said,
wait, did the dog get you?
Yeah, that shit.
All right, tell me about, were you hiding? Tell me how that went.
That shit.
Andale.
I don't know. I don't want to say about that. The homie said, man, the homie said I was like, the homie said I was yelling and shit. Like,
I mean, would imagine you're good. It's okay though.
I remember the dog that bit me. I remember the dog's name that bit me. The dog's name was Django.
Django.
Yeah.
Oh,
no. Up, and then the next day, like I'm in the county and shit, getting tried in this dog.
And was this your first time hitting the county?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
My arm wrapped up, 17 and a half. I was in the red jumpsuits back in the day in LA County. When you're in the red jumpsuits, you're juvenile high power.
Yeah, I know.
You know what I'm saying? Crispies and shit. You 17 years old in LA County, like.
And you thought you were the cool.
Man, hell no. I was right.
No, that's right.
I was up in
yes,
the cages
I love that answer.
On the top tower in the cages in LA County where you could see Dodger Stadium. I'm up there in the dog kennels in the home.
Okay, well, how did you feel when you're walking in and you know you're still 17 and you're a minor, and you're walking into this county where you've heard so many stories about, and you're there and you're like looking, and how did you feel?
At that time, like
what did it smell like?
I'm gonna keep it G with you. Like at that time, like it's just like. It's like you're just like you're lost, you know what I'm saying? You don't know where you're at. You with the big boys and shit, but like it ain't like I'm not gonna speed on. It ain't like when I hit cork and shoot for the first time. That was like that's another. We'll talk about that one later.
Yeah, we'll get there.
That's just, but the county was just like what the. It's like I was just lost. Like is this shit? Like, you know what I'm saying? It was just a trip. It's just a whole nother experience from the halls. It's a complete change. Like what the. Like, you know, you're right there with grown ass men. You know what I'm saying? You're young, like. If fools are really trying to test you, you know what I'm saying? But it's just like, it's different. You know, I miss my mama. I miss home and shit. Like,
Did your mom visit you?
Hell nah. But she put money on my books, so she just cashed me out fat. Towards the end, now the story is coming like $20, but like in the beginning, I was going fat, 150. You know what I'm saying?
Well, towards the end, you kind of already adjusted. You kind of already know the program and stuff, you know?
You know what I'm saying? She got tired of that shit. Like, fool, you like a card payment up in there. Fool, like, hell nah.
I mean, it's true.
Yeah, but I'm your baby boy though. I'm your son. You gonna let me? You gonna let? But she never missed a J pay. She never missed a store. Shout out to my mom. She never.
That's right.
She never left me hanging. But you know what I'm saying.
So you were 17 years old and you were fighting this big charge.
17 years old. No, I just got the residential burglary. They gave me 2.5.
2.5.
2.5. So I did 14 months.
Okay.
15, 16 months, and I got out when I was 18 years old.
So where did you go?
Okay, at that time, Chocowalla Valley State Prison was still good. I was 18 years old, so I went to a level 2 yard.
Okay.
First time in the pen. So I went to level 2 yard. They had level 2 lifers. It was cool. You know what I'm saying? I got my back all tatted up and shit. Like, it was cool. It was firme. And then I got out when I was 18.
How was that adjusting for you, being around the older people?
Oh, that's when I just started learning. Like, we be set tripping. Like, I'm from the San Gabriel Valley. LA's LA, but there's the East LA car, Sela, South Central, Harbor area, Northeast, you know, Southeast.
Shout out to Nella.
Shout out to the San Gabriel Valley. SGV, baby.
Damn, don't we start set tripping on me over here.
No, but you know what I'm saying? You get right there, your audience gonna look out for you and shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Oh, where you from? You're gonna go, oh, you popular, huh? You popular?
No.
Who's that? Your boyfriend?
My husband's over here, bro.
Oh, you guys are together?
This is my husband.
Oh, you guys are balling, huh?
We're married.
You guys did that. You guys did that. That's cool. That's what's up. That's cool, man.
Okay, so you get 17 months there, you said, right? 17 months.
14, 16 months, yes, man.
And you were working out, you were doing your thing, because it's mandatory workout.
Oh, yeah. Right there.
How did you adjust to the working out?
Oh, that. I remember one time, like, it was my enemy and shit, like, he had the yard and shit, triggered from Northside Bowling and stuff, and I got right there, and he's just like, well, I first got right there, and my other enemy was right there, and he's just like, hey, fool. It was crazy when I got there. He's like, you from bowling? Like, yeah, I'm from bowling. Like, man, keep bowling out your mouth with you, woo. Like, my homies, whatever. I'm just like, man, fool. Like, I thought it was weird. Like, So whatever, we get it out the way. Whatever the dude that had the yard, he was really on me. His name was Trigger he my enemy, and that's when I first seen it. Like
But
in
you guys
jail,
were cool.
in jail, and no, that's when I first learned it. In jail, your enemies are your sureños, like your Southsiders, like you roll with your enemies, and that shit is out. You know what I'm saying? Like it's out. You know, to do that, and that's when I was just tripping out, adjusting to like
that's what I meant
with
like,
your enemies and shit.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm just like, what the weird. And like he'll get mad when I'll drift off and go kick you with like the cagapalos, like the fools that are like the little homies, like, hey, fool, stay away from that fool. Them fools are on drugs and shit over there. You fools are just over there chasing. Like I'll go kick you with the, you know, the game. You know what I'm saying? I did that's when I did my first boo bob. I removed around that yard. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I did a boo bob right there. It was cool. I was working out. I'll participate. You know what I'm saying? In my activities from my area. I like that shit. I like putting in work. Like, I like fools hearing my name and shit. It's weird. Like, that's just stupid. But, like, when shit comes up, like, I want to do the and if, like, I done, I'm like, damn, I should have did that shit. That shit was easy.
We're not going to say that.
Okay, no, it was easy. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just like, man, like, that's just, like, what I like to do. And just going later on to it, that's when I learned it. I told my half, like, oh, we'll go on to that one later on. I told my mom, like, you know what I'm saying? This is what I'm going to do. Like, I'm not going to half step. I'm going to go all out with this shit. And I'm going to see how far I can, you know, go with it, because you're not home till you're home.
But you're home now.
Oh yeah, I'm home now. Last week, shit.
Yes, you're fresh out.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, so you got out.
Yes, ma'am.
And what did you do when you came home? Because you were 18 years old.
18 years old. My mom was all happy. I had a baby. I had a baby with my first baby mama. She don't let me see my kid no more, but yeah, I had a baby with my first baby mama. She see me, she said, "What's up?" Like I came home, yeah. And no, I came home black. I came home with a little bit of size on me and shit. I went in there all like, you know, kid. I came home with my back blasting, my little sleeve.
She was all in love or what?
She was just tripping out, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm 18 years old. I came out sleeved up, my neck hit, like my back hit, like she's just like, "Fuck, was cracking," like.
And you just got pregnant right away.
She got pregnant right away and shit.
And well, how long did you stay out for?
Man, I got busted while she was still pregnant, and I caught my stretch.
Okay, so what did you get busted for?
For allegedly some shit at a party and shit. And they gave me 13 years with 85%. My dad got me a lawyer and everything. My dad stepped in, and that was a sweet deal, supposedly. And it really was, but it was cool. Yeah, I got 13 with 85. I went to a party. Some shit happened. I got busted that day at the party.
Oh, so you didn't even make it out the party?
Hell, I made it out the party. I jumped I jumped. I was in the back of the party, and they're like, "Hey, fool, the are back here with you." Boom. Like it was just heat of the moment shit, and I'm just like, "Fuck!" I see the cop lights. I'm like, jumped the back, jumped on. Next thing you know, I'm on the roof in the backyard and shit, and I started running down the street. I should have threw the gun right then and there, but. Man, like in my hood,
so they
like,
caught you with it,
with the gun on me and shit. In my hood, like the homies are like, "That's a blower. That's a gun. You know, you don't just throw them like that. You know what I'm saying?" So I kept it on me. I got in the car. My homegirl came. Whoop. This is who that's saying. We got in, and the sheriff blocked me out. Boom, 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 right there in West Covina. And they're just like, "Hey man, fuck you, come out, with your hands up." And I'm like, "Man, hold up. I could have got shot." And I start sparking a frajo in a car, and I'm just telling my homegirl like, "Baby mama, I'm sorry." Whatever. I get out the car, and the sheriff's like, "Hey man, where's the gun at?" I said, "It's right here on my waistband." And he's like, "Don't trip." He went like that, and that shit fell out my pocket. It was a little revolver. He grabbed me. He was like, "Good looking out, man." And
so
I don't
didn't mistreat you.
No, hell no. That fool told
well, that's
me,
good because
I want to tell you what he told me, man. That shit was cool. He's like,
well, tell me what he said.
He's like, "Look, man, whatever you got in your pocket, put that shit up because you're gonna go away for a long time." I said, "All right." He goes, "You got cigarettes? You got anything? Put it up." I'm like, "All right, cool. Good looking out." Put whatever the had up. I went in jail again, like in 18, 19. I was a joint. You know, I went in there with a gang of shit. You know what I'm saying? Because he let me do that. But he's like, "Man, you're going to," and I'm like, "What are my charges?" He's like, "Dude, you're going to get busted for a minute." Yeah. I remember my homie, Straps, shout out Cold Hearted Tattoos. He's popping. He be popping. He's like, "How the you end up right there in Pelican Bay?" You know what I'm saying? Like, in Pelican Bay.
So when you got, how long did you fight your case for?
I took a deal right away because he said that it's gonna get worse. Yeah. And my dad put up his truck like in Florida, all kinds of shit. No, he's good. He's good. He balling. He just...
No, I mean, because he was there for you. He could have just been like, "Man, he wants to be running in the streets. Forget his ass."
Nah, he should have been there a long time ago. And like when he seen the problem happening, he should have like.
That makes sense. Yeah, you know, but
look at me now.
We're all our own selves.
But look at me now. You know what I'm saying? If my son's like me, I'm gonna get my son up out of there. He's getting, you know, shot at, whatever the fuck, gangbanging. I'm gonna get my son up out of there. Like, I don't want my son living like that. That's
I understand what you mean.
So, like, I don't know how he would do that. Yeah, I'm not there for my son right now, but like, he's cool. He got a good life. But if he's really gangbanging, I'm gonna go
get his ass.
Get up in there with him. Like, nah, dude,
mean.
you're tripping.
Yes, I understand what you mean. So you jumped on your deal really fast. You say you got 13 years.
Yes, ma'am.
And where did you go when you got the chain?
So I went at that time I was 18 years old and I went to 5,700. That shit was cracking. It's like
in the county?
Yeah, it's like it's a bunch of racks and shit. Rack City, 5,700. I'm 19 years old. I'm already rapping right there. Like, I remember they're doing at nighttime. They're doing a radio. Everybody's like, shut the fuck up. They Lefty rap and shit. I remember I'll start rapping right there, like, you know, to live.
So you've always rapped?
Oh, I just always like, you know, I'll say right now, like, rapping is look like I feel like in my heart, like in my area, like rapping is kind of look like, what, you a rapper? Like, that's how my homies look at it, and that's how I look at it. But like, yeah, I write poems. I've been writing poems.
Wait, but you got a lot of rapper homies.
Yeah, that's cool, but that's like, I was never like that. I was never fully rapper, like mold the way that I am this year. Maybe
it's good. Maybe it's gonna help you.
No, it keeps me out of trouble.
That's what I'm saying.
It keeps me home. It lets me vent.
I mean, well, technically, you've only been home for a week, fool. So let's keep you home longer. Let's keep you rapping more.
No. But I've been home for a week, but I just been catching violations. I ain't been catching no hot shit.
Okay,
like,
I see what you're saying.
You know what I'm saying? Like a gun and shit. It's just a gang unit with me.
I understand what you're saying. Okay, so let's go back. Really quick, I'm just going to ask you this because I didn't ask you. What was the craziest thing you saw in Juvenile Hall years?
On Juvenile Hall, the craziest thing I seen in Juvenile Hall, shit. When I got up.
Who fucked you up?
So, man, I ran into that fool the other day in the county and shit. Like, he's from Inglewood, Trece. I don't know how the fuck he got up in that hood. At the time, he was like, we're just right there chilling and we're at wreck and shit. And like, I thought it was a joint. I was everybody up until you meet your match. And that fool wobbled on me. And he's just like, what's up? What you want to He said something. I'm just like, what the fool? Like, what's popping, fool? And then like, okay, we get it. We go live. I don't know how this was just whooping me bad, and my shirt went over my head, and he was just whooping me on the basketball court, and I just like, I never got like.
That was your first time. So I would say that is the craziest thing that, you know, that happened.
Yeah, because I remember still, and I remember how like we were both going to the hole. We go to Rocky, and we're both going to the hole, and I just remember like how he looked at me, he went, pff. You know what I'm saying? Like, just like,
got
what
pissed.
the all right, fool, you know what I'm saying? You did that. And then we'll line up. We'll line up after that. We'll line up and we got at the home. We'll line up and he'll just look at me. I count time and he'll just be like, you know what I'm saying? Like, shout out to that fool. He I mean, I'll get that motherfucker on the game. Hey, so Trip, this time I went in for a violation. I'm right there sitting there. I'm in my street clothes and shit. And I'm looking at this fool. And he's just like, hey, fool, I know you from somewhere, fool. Like, and I'm just like, hey, fool, what the fool? Like, yeah, from Juvenile, right? He's like, yeah. He's like, what's up, dick? I'm just like, what's up, fool? What's popping? And he's like, hey, fool, you been rapping now? I'm just like, yeah, fool, I've been seeing your shit everywhere.
Oh, good. Yeah. Now he's your fan, see?
He wasn't on my level, though. He wasn't on my level, like, on gangbang. He wasn't on my level, though, no more. Like, he just, like, I elevated. He was kind of still, he's probably going to see this shit. He knows what time it is on the gang. I don't give a shit.
Like,
I'm keeping it real, like, yeah.
For sure, but it's okay. It's okay.
It's crazy how it all goes around in everything.
It's such a small world.
Everything comes around. Jail's a small world. When you in jail, you know everybody. Yeah. Like, I know somebody from every hood, you know what I'm saying? Like, I know a person from every bottle, and it's a good thing, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, of course. Okay, so let's get back. Get back. So you hit, you get sent, you said you went where?
Okay, so
after you got sentenced?
I went at 5,700.
Okay, 5,700. And that's where it's Rack City.
I did a smash out right there.
Okay, you did a smash out. What is a smash out?
Hey, for
okay, I get it. We don't need to say it.
Shout out to somebody just go. I whooped his ass and shit real quick. This fool shitted himself. That's how bad we whooped him. And they're like, everybody rack it up. He rolled it up, whatever, walked to the door, help. Smashed them out. This fool rolled it up, and then they come and check our hands and shit. I'm 18. My hands were shaking and shit. And they're looking at the hands, and that's when they come with the lights and shit. LA County, they're like, yeah, you cuff it up. I'm right there sitting there. I went to the hole. I'm trying to remember still as we go. I went to the hole and shit, and I remember I threw my dinner on the tier. Like, I went to the hole and stuff, and I threw my dinner on the tier. And then the homies got at me like, hey, what's up with that? Like, Like
You
we
do
don't get down like that. But I'm 18, like
You're,
fuck it. I just threw it on the tier and they're like, hey, that's out, fool. Like they wrote me a long wheel line and shit. And I'm just like, we understand you're young, you gonna learn though. And I'm just like, but I'm young. I'm 18 years old. I'm a baby up in there. Like
of course, you're
I'm
just going through the process of your emotions.
yeah.
Like a kid, you're just gonna throw the shit.
Throw that shit, yeah.
Yeah,
Throw
you
that
know, and it's okay because you live and you learn, and they tell you what to do and what not to do, so that you could know how to carry yourself correctly, not get yourself in trouble. You know,
it's crazy now. Like I don't mean to fast forward. Like now, I never throw in cork and shoe. They make you wash your whole tray, your actual dinner tray. You don't just give it to the hura like that. You gotta wash it, and then the sureños, like they don't put it on the thing. You hand it to the hura to where it doesn't touch the tray slot, and you give it to them.
Because that's where you
and
eat.
Tell them gracias. I appreciate that. Da-da-da. And Pelican Bay, like it's out too. Like you don't throw trash in the trays when they come and pick up the trays. That's out. We eat in them trays. Like you throw trash in the trash or the toilet.
Okay, well we're gonna get there because I want to know about that kind of stuff.
Before I forget, my mom gets mad at me because I throw so much trash in the toilet. She's like, "Hey, what are you doing? Like,
You're
don't
gonna clog it up."
Yeah, I did already gang of times.
Yeah, but you know what? Those are just habits that we have to break, and it's from being institutionalized. But it doesn't mean it's not that you're just throwing trash. You're just being clean and you're just adjusting. It's hard. It's hard. It's hard.
You know, it's hard. Standing up, peeing. It's like, what the like when you stand up and pee. Like when you first get out, it's just like, damn, that's out. Like, when you stand up and pee, like I stand up and pee now. You know what I'm saying? But it's just like, it's better to stand up and pee. It's like a little game and shit when you're drunk or something.
Your face.
But I'm just saying, like, it's crazy because like that's a no-no and stuff like that. Just little stuff like that. You got to get over them habits, and you're so institutionalized, and like I'm so used to being up in there, and it's just like I got to learn how to adapt and be on the streets and be a normal person. But the people out here are just like, what the who's tripping, and they take your kindness for weakness, because once you get your clutch up and your game up, you give everybody your word is bond. Everything is just, you could tell who's a real, like who real recognize real. You know what I'm saying?
Most definitely. So after you left 5700, you said 5700, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Where did you go?
I went to the whole 36 Able Roll or something, Baker Roll, Charlie Roll, something like that. I remember it. And I went to the hall. I was in cell 26.
You remember yourself?
Yeah, because there was a tag and it said HA, Harbor Area, and I'm young and I put a K in front of it, KHA. So I remember that cell was the last cell and stuff. And the Hudas will pass by and I'll be like, what's up with my store, man? They take your stand on. They be like, man, you're in the hole, kid.
You can't have anything.
I'm like, fuck, fool, I'm fucking hungry. Fool. Like, I'm hungry up in that motherfucker.
Hell yeah. Aye.
How can you go hungry, man?
So what prison did you go to first?
So after that,
you got out your little shoe, your little hole from that.
That was my first. That was my first time. That's when I went to Delano.
Is that like the reception thing?
Delano's reception.
Yeah.
Delano's usually where LA goes, but ever since then, I've been going to law school ever since then. But yeah, I went to Delano, went to the yard, chilling with the homies. It was cool, you know.
How was that experience? Because it was your first time when you, you're on the bus.
I'll tell you.
You get in with the bus and the gates are opening, and you're just like, oh man, this is a whole different thing.
It was cool. I liked the prison was cool. I liked that. I tripped out. Like, you get the prison, all the fools rolling it up, hitting the bell. It's like ding ding ding. Like, what who rolled it up? I was just sitting right next to him, and it's just cool. Like, I got attached to Cellies at that time. I remember my Celly, he's doing all day right now. Face for me, still 13. He was my Celly and stuff. We were dogs right there. And when I left, he cried.
You get really close to people.
And I cried too. Like, but he cried first. Like, he's like, man, you my brother, fool. Like, man, fool. Like, and he cried and so he gave me a hug. Yeah, that fool broke it down right there. Like, he cried. And then that's when I just learned. Like, now I'm at the point where just like another Celly's just like, you just another dude in the road,
yeah,
you know?
You can't get too close.
But yeah, some of them you get real close, man. Like, I gotta look out for my boy too, like a couple boys in the county. Like, I always give him my mom's number, and my mom be like, hey, llamaron de la pinta or del cárcel. I say, hey, ma, send that fool $20, $30. Dile lo que está pasando, conmigo. That fool took care of me up in there. Like, he's my dog, you know what I'm saying?
Of course.
And she looks out for them fools. The homie Stomper for me. So I said, gang of homies is still tapping with my mom. Like, hey, I just want to know how he's doing, you know?
Oh, that's very nice.
And it's cool. I got the chills and shit talking about that shit.
That's
but
right.
you run into a lot of good people, and you just you grow and you learn how to they just put you up on game, just learning from all the food. You're just stuck in the cell with that dude all day, Yeah. He's going through he's doing all day, he's never getting out, and I'm just young and wilding and stuff right there. Just he was cool, man. That was my first celly ever. Face up.
So where'd you go after that?
So after that, that's when they sent me to Chacawalla Valley State Prison at night. That's when it was still good, my boy, on the game. It was good. It was GP. Homie. But I'm 18 years old. This is and they sent me to Chacawalla Valley at night, and at nighttime and shit, like at 3 a.m. Hey, You know, Holiday. That's my last name, Frankie Holiday. I ain't tripping. Hey, they go, you're going to the pin. So I went over there, went to the pin, did my little shit. That was whatever. That was in prison.
Why do you say it was in prison? What was it? Or
It
what?
just that was in prison. That was in Chacawala Valley, and that little term that was in prison. The next one I did, that was prison.
So you came home after that?
Yeah.
And
14 months ain't shit.
No.
It ain't shit. It ain't nothing to it.
I get it. Trust me, I've done 60 at a time.
Hey, that shit was in prison, dude. Like to like where the next. Hey, take this baño away from me because I'm playing with it on the game. Hey, let me get some too. You thirsty? I'm
you
thirsty
have water
too.
right there too. Look, oh thirsty ass fool.
I got a red cup. Whoop. Nah, fucking. I'm like your husband right there. Whooped up.
He's wearing red too. Look at him.
Hey,
See?
I'm wearing red shoes. We matching this shit. Yo.
Okay,
Whoa.
so you come home, you catch another case.
Yes, man.
What was this case
Hey,
for?
Trip, my first day out from Chacawala Valley, I'm taking my baby mama's car and I'm in a Nissan Altima. My first day out, I've only been out 6 hours and I'm already gang sliding in the hood with the homies and shit. Shout out my homie Fat Boy. We got caught that day dipping in the enemy's hood. Fat Boy's in the passengers. I just got out. I'm at all the homies' doors. Hey, fool, what's up, fool? I just got out. I'm all tatted, fool. I'm 18 years old. I'm turned up, and then I'm drunk, and I'm in the backseat. I'm so faded. I'm in the backseat. Fat Boy's driving. My baby mama's in it, and we're in the hood, and the gang unit pulls us over 6 hours out. They're like, fuck. I'm talking shit to the gang unit, whatever. They take us all to jail. My baby mama, Fat Boy, me. Whatever, we go to the cell and shit. I'm the only one. I get violated. I go back for a violation right then and there.
Right then and then. Where did you go?
Man, I'm cold in that cell that day too. Like I went back to the county that day.
It is cold, huh?
I went back to the county for like and I was only out 6 hours.
Well, I mean, what do you expect?
Shit, gang shit on the gang.
What do you expect? You know,
gang.
That's how you want to live.
Yeah, gangland. Like,
so you go back for those. What did you do? Like a little month.
A little 10-day flash. I went home from Pomona Court. I remember in a jumpsuit and shit. And I went right back. I met a gang of fools. I went back to 5700. Like, what? Same fool still there? Like, damn, fool. Like,
and you're back.
Yeah, and I'm right there. You know what I'm saying? And there's like, you all tatted up now. Like, I got the size on me now. Like, I'm in there doing boobas. Like, I remember they told me to do Gaio one time. Like, and I fell asleep. And they're like, you're going to do a break off now for falling asleep. And at
what
that
is
time,
Gaio? You have to say good morning in the
no, you're young and shit. If you're young and you're 18, 19, you're doing Gaio. You don't feel no pressure out. That's a stepping stone to like when you're in jail. When you're in jail and you're young, you do Gaio. Gaio's watching over the homies at night. And
I see what you're saying. You got to stay up.
Making sure that nobody's rolling it up. Making sure nobody's stealing. Nobody's doing no funny shit. You're just on it. I'm right there watching the homies sleep. If I see somebody getting up, like, what's up? What are you doing, dog? You know what I'm saying?
Okay, I see what
type
you're
of
saying.
Shit. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, I can.
Real militant. We get down like that. We structured.
You have to be.
Yeah,
of course.
The suit is structured. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I'm Gaio and shit. And I fell asleep on my shit. You're supposed to stay up. That's when I first started coffee. I was all like tweaked out off coffee. I remember I'm tweaked out like on coffee, like just ripping my wristband off my hand. Like, damn, coffee's a trip. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I know.
I loved it though. I loved it. I don't drink coffee out here though. It's crazy how like I drink it out there. Like, you can't go without coffee up in there. It's program time. You gotta program, like you gotta stay awake. Like, that's a bad look. You ain't let out, laid out. But anyways, yeah, I fell asleep and shit. And the homies were like, hey, I heard you fell asleep on Gaio shift. I'm like, they woke me up in the morning. I'm just like, you know what's up, fool? Like, you should get booba, but you're gonna get broken off. I'm like, the fuck? I got pressure. I ain't doing no break off, fool. Like, I'm young at the time. And they're like, oh yeah, you ain't gonna do no break off, don't trip, then you won't get whooped right now. So I'm like, all right, cool. Whatever. Hey, they whooped my ass in the bag. The homie from Tiny Boys Hawaiian Gardens, they whooped me in the bag. Happy birthday to you. I'm back there getting whooped on. Like, all the homies just watching TV, I'm getting beat up back there. Boom, 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 boom.
Why didn't you just work out?
I was at the time I'm turned up. Like, you know what I'm saying? Can't nobody tell me nothing. Like, yes. I just,
one of them. I understand.
Yeah, different type of fools. Like any real hitters, like real ones could feel my pain. Like they said that happened to a gang of people.
No, I understand exactly.
I'll take the boob instead. I'll take the boob off. I'm doing push-ups. I'll take the boob off. I'm saying ever since then, like I haven't. When I was young, I was getting my ass whooped I got my ass whooped for leaving the soap. Whose soap is this? Like, oh, that's just mine. Like, wrong mistake. Don't say that's just yours. You could keep that soap. You know what I'm saying? But that's the old county. Shit's watered down now. It's not the same no more. You know how it was back then. And I'm glad I got that glecha because they taught me you don't leave shit behind. You don't leave a wheeler behind. You don't leave stuff. You don't leave your soap behind. That's a bad look. Like leaving your soap in the shower is like a no-no in LA County. Like they slide on it now, but back in the day, like yeah, I got booed off for leaving my soap. You know what I'm saying? For saying that's my soap. Like okay, you're gonna get broken off. Like fuck.
Well, you didn't even know yet.
But it's cool though, porque I'm talking you
can speak
español.
Spanish. Yo también hablo español.
Okay, yo puedo hablar español también, porque cuando yo estoy en los calles también se me olvida muchas cosas. The only thing I never forget is my burner on the streets. But like, I'll be at the trap, like, and I'll be ready to go and shit. My phone will be there, my money will be over there, my hat will be over there, my shirt will be over there. I'll be like telling y'all, nobody move. Let me get on my shit. You know what I'm saying? Like type of shit. I'll be on, cause all my shit's everywhere. My mind's just everywhere, like just scrambling and gambling, but like. Leaving your soap in the county just reminds you, like, it just makes you responsible, you know? Shit that my dad never taught me. Shit that a woman can't teach a man. I learned how to shave in jail, you know, shit like that. I learned how to shave in jail, how to, there's certain things a man just doesn't keep to himself, you know, just, I learned how to be a man up in jail. Shout out to jail. I never had a dad. I had my grandma, I had my mom, I had my baby mom. I don't got no man around me. That's why I look to the hood and I look to the barrio in the hood, and the hood showed me that, like, that's right. You know, that felt good for my homeboys. Like, that's what's up, fool. Like, I love that. I fiend for that, you know what I'm saying, for my homies to accept me. And I got that from my homies, and they became my family and shit. And I got no regrets from it. But jail just taught me a lot. And just shit like that,
I understand
cool.
what you're saying.
It's real cool, like, the experience that I got. And it's just like, there would be no Lefty Gunplay without, you know, everything that I've been through. Well, and yeah. I wouldn't want to be, how do I say it? Like, have a good ASPCA or college job or work at Cal State Fullerton or some shit. Like my brother, he works there. I'm happier.
I'm not
happier
that
being,
kind of person
I'm
either.
happier. My brother played baseball at Cal State Fullerton. We play baseball too. I was balling at BP High. I played football too at BP High. I was wide receiver at BP High varsity. I played baseball too. Real athletic. My brother played too. My brother, hey, no trip. My brother would see me getting down. Like, I was a freshman. He was a senior. And he'll see me in school and they'll be like, my brother was like, he's just all about baseball, little jock ass fool. Like, and he'll be walking with his girlfriend, he'll see me, and I'll be getting down with my enemies, and my brother will be like, hey, that's my brother, fool. Like, what? And he'll jump in for me. I remember one time, like, he jumped in for me. He's like, that's my brother, fool. You're not gonna on him. They're like, what? And they put a burner and a knife on my brother, and I'm just like, I remember one time they went into my brother. Oh, I don't even want to say that shit, man. That's my brother though, man. But he loves me, man. Like,
that's your brother.
But he's cool though. Hey, I remember my mom got happy. We're playing. He's varsity. I play varsity. He's a pitcher and I'm a catcher, and that was a cool experience right there. Like I'll never get with my brother again. Like he was a pitcher and I was a catcher. And my dad went to go see us, you know. So he's a pitcher and you know getting by Cal State Fullerton, people looking at him, and I'm a catcher and stuff. And like my mom liked that time. We played all stars together when I was young. Just the last time, but now it's just like we don't even talk. He don't ask about me. He me up because he has every right to be this. He's a homie. That fool. Hey, I'll bring Highness in my pad and shit. And he'll be like, oh, I'm gonna tell mom that you got girls in the house. Like, you a weenie, fool. Like, you wanna tell mom that I got girls in the house? Like, come on, dog. But yeah, that's it about him. Edit that shit.
No, you love your brother, bro.
I feel crazy. Like, what the
okay,
fuck?
so
and once he'll see how bad she is, he'll be like, oh shit, like what's up? I'm like, yeah, I know who, you know who that is. And like we went to school with her, fool. Like, you know who that is, you know what I'm saying? Like,
you're all proud.
Then, no, but she'll be walking out, be like, just let you know that fool snitching on you and shit. That's what we keep.
That's where you gotta go.
Yeah, you gotta go, homie. We keep that shit player. We keep it king right here. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, that's funny. Yeah. Okay, so you come out for your violation.
Yes, ma'am. Shout out to my fade. Look at my fade.
Okay.
Sis fresh, cause hey, that fool told me last night. He's like, hey, you better fucking shout me out. Sis fresh, cause best barber in the motherfucking. Okay, look, but I didn't put it. You see my shit? Hey, fools are gonna put in the comments a haircut. I know all you haters and shit. I know all you haters and shit. That's why, hey, Chip, I do me, homie. I don't read them comments and shit.
I know that's right.
I'm gonna do me for my barrio, for my area, for the SUV bomb part. I don't read them comments. I'm doing this for my dead homies, for life.
Okay, let's continue. You catch another case, which is for what? What takes you to Pelican Bay?
Yes, ma'am. So I go to this party and shit. My homegirl picks me up and shit. And she's like, I'm at my house and stuff. You know, I remember that day, like, I was home and shit. And I started eating a gang of Little Caesars pizza. I'm fresh out of Chuckwater. My mom's like, why don't you leave some pizza for us? I'm hungry. And she's all like, she remembers that shit. I'm like, whatever then. I left the pizza. That was my last meal and shit for a long time. I left the pizza right there. And my homegirl's like, where you at, fool? My homegirl Brad. She knows what's up. That's my homegirl Brad. Like, I've known her since we were kids. That's my best friend, dog. People think we fuck around. No, we don't. She's my best friend. She was with me at that party. She was with me at that party.
Don't
Hey, no,
worry.
she was with me at that party. My homegirl Natalie and shit. Like, she's real supportive, like, of me and stuff. Like, but she goes, where you at, fool? And I'm just like, we're young and shit. Like, 18. She's like, 19, 18. And she's like, I'm at my patch. She goes, Dick, let's go to a party. I'm like, then I'm gonna go to a party. So I go and I grab a Kings jersey, put my Kings jersey on, grab my blower. Boom, I'm 18. I go to this flyer party, SUV. You know what I'm saying? We throw a lot of flyer parties, little backyard parties and shit. I get in the car, right? She's in the back seat. She's all like, oh, she meets me and she goes, hey, fool, whatever you do, don't say that you're my man, my best friend or nothing. I told these fools that you're my cousin. I'm like, what the f? That shit's already sketched.
It's facts.
She knows it, so I get in the back seat and there's two fools in the front. I'm in the back seat with her and shit. And she's all like, she's hitting the CC and shit, like looking all stupid and shit. Yeah, girl, you was looking stupid, girl. But hey, everybody be on that when they're 18 and shit. I'm just like, we're about to pull out my hood and my trailers and shit. I open the door and I say, that I'm getting out. And the fools in the car like, nah, man, come on, you're feeding me. I'm a feeding man ass fool. Everybody want to kick it. I'm chill. I'm feeding me. And they don't know I'm burning it up. She goes, don't tell me you're burning it up. I'm telling you from KH. So I'm listening to her. I get out the car. This is suspect, fool. I'm cool. I'm straight. I get out the car. They're like, nah, get in the car. Get in the car. I'm glad I got in the car because that made me who I am today. I got in the car. I went to this party with them. Whatever the fuck. Fools all up on her. As soon as we get to the party, I get up there. Hey, fool, you lames, homies. Father KH. Good looking for the right to the party, fool. Like straight up. It ends up being my homie Creeper's little brother from the hood. Mm-hmm. The fool that took me, they was trying to get at this time. So whatever, he's with me at the party. We get up in there. You know, my homegirl sneaks the burner in. They pat the vatos down.
Yeah.
She sneaks the burner in. Get the burner. I'm at the party with this right now. Some shit happened. Whatever the happened. Okay, cool. Hey, fool. That's when there's just like, hey, fool, the here with the wall. I'm just like, jumped whatever. Got stuck in the car with this bitch and I caught a little stretch and yeah, that didn't write me a single time when I was up in there. She didn't write me a single time, but
you're mad.
Yeah, that's cool. But she made up for it though. But like I did a around with her, kicking it with her. When that night I was supposed to be with my baby mama and my son. My baby mama was like, hey, why don't you just come over here and kick it? You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Who would have known what would have happened with my life if I would have never caught that stretch? Because I was a stretch. You had your own path. That was a stretch.
So man. What did you get sentenced to?
13 years with 85%.
13 years.
85%. Yup.
And where did you end up going?
Okay, that time I went to Wasco, and Wasco was bragging. It was cracking up in there. I went to Wasco. I'm 18 years old. This is when prison was prison. So I go to Wasco, right? I go to the county, whatever. So I go to Wasco. Wasco, I'm 18, 19 right there. I'm already tatted up. I'm thugging. I think I'm hard and shit. Like, the homies. You gonna go on fool? Cool. Whatever. 13 with 85. You want to. Like, all right, cool. Clean up squad 2, boobop, whatever the I do this. Shit, you ain't going back to this cell? That's when I'm like, damn. And I'm nervous the whole night thinking about, like, fool, like, I'm about to do a like. Yeah. But you know what I'm saying? I'm nervous. Anybody that went on me, you're thinking about that shit the night before, like, damn, fool, like, I'm about to go the next day and shit. You know what I'm saying? So and shit, I handle my biz and I go to the hole and shit. And I'm in the hole and shit. And I didn't even make it to prison. I'm in the hole from reception and shit. And I go to the hole and stuff, and they're like, hey, you got to do your referral. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you fools did that for win and shit. I'm just asking questions. I'm 18, you know? Hey, you think they're going to pick it up? You know what I'm saying? You think they're going to get me or what? Like, you think, you know? I'm just in there counting I'm looking at a calendar, like, counting my time on a calendar. Like, what time you think I'm going to get? That's when I'm young and shit, and I'm just right there. You know, we're working out. We're working out in the hole. There's 2 fibers there. There's PCs right there. And I'm going to yard and shit, and it's just like, here, like, okay, check. When I'm going to yard, and that's when I'm seeing all the PCs. Like, I'm like, damn, fool. Like, they got the PCs on the bottom. They got the homies on the top and shit. And that's when I get my learning experience with, like, you know, I'm yelling at the homies like, hey, what's up, homie? You active or not? You know what I'm saying? From the top tier and stuff like that. I'm learning how to fish, how to make niñas and shit. Mm-hmm. I'm learning how to really do time in the cell. They give you a little wind-up radio and shit. I used to bump that shit. That's when Fetty Wap was popping. I used to bump Fetty Wap and shit. Like, and I'll just be right there like, I'll go on a viaje because when I was 18, what used to stress me out was just hearing Power 106 on a Friday, Saturday night, being a kid like, it's the weekend, it's Power 106. I just remember taking a shower as a kid growing up and getting ready for a party. So when I would hear that shit in jail, it'll stress me out like, fuck, fool, everybody's gonna go party right now. And I'm fucking right here stuck with this old ass man. You know what I'm saying? Some old ass fool stranger and shit. He was cool. And I'm just like, damn, fool, like I was stressed out right there. Like, and then just after, like, and I'll miss my birthdays and I was missing Christmases and Thanksgiving. Like the first one's you up, but after a while, it's just
you
like
adjust.
It's just Christmas, it's just Thanksgiving. Like who gives a you know what I'm saying? After a few of them, like I guess just it gets me like I wonder like damn, fool, I would just kill just to go with my family, my grandma and shit. But like it's just like it's just another day. Like oh, take that word out.
Don't worry.
Hey, but it's just like fucking like it's just another day. You know what I'm saying? Like my birthday too. Like I guess it's like in that little stretch, like shit. Even wish me a happy birthday, you know what I'm saying? Like, but then there was other days like, where they'll make a little birthday card for me, you know what I'm saying? But it's just like other days where I'm just young still, and I'm just waiting for like, oh my mom,
and you're going through
me van a cantar, esas son las mañanitas, my grandma or my whatever it's your birthday. Give me a little like hell no, not up in there.
Well, it's just the consequences of the choices that we make when we're young.
That's what makes gangsters right there, like that. Just for real. That's what separates just them days. You know what I'm saying? Like your birthdays, your son's birthdays, like you know what I'm saying. Your mom's them deaths that you're not there. My grandpa dying and you're just up in jail. You're forgotten about, homie. You're on the shelf. Like forget about you in there, out of sight, out of mind, and that's real shit.
It is how it is. But it's like I said, it's what we do to ourselves. So tell me, so you were at Wasco and you got there, and then so what happened when you were there? You did that. You went in the SHU.
Oh, so I went shit, and I went on another in there.
In the SHU.
In the hole.
Okay.
I sold up with the homie. Shit.
Oh my God! Don't say that.
Okay, that's what happened. No,
I get it.
They sold me with some carrying shit like.
So you had to get yourself out of it. I understand.
I had to go sell up with him and sign a marriage contract and shit. And he didn't want to sign it and shit. And the homies were like, hey, fool, well, then you're off program, fool. You're a peseta then, fool. And he just like didn't want to go out like that. Like he had his light off. He was off program. He had his light off. You know what I'm saying? Like he wasn't answering, responding. And then one day he's just like, hey, what's up, todavía? I'm still right here. And they're like, all right, then you're still right there. The little homie Lefty go up in there and you gonna get what you got. And that's it. You know what I'm saying? And went up in there, gave him what he got. I lived with him. And after that, fucking Cork and SHU. I got transferred to Cork and SHU, and the homies. I remember the homies were right there. Like,
how was that experience?
Sparky from Monte Flores and shit. Shout out to EMF and shit. We keep it cool, Monte. That fool was like, "Hey, what's up, fool? Like, you going to the big dogs or what?" Like, I used to look up to him. He was like a big ass fool, like all tatted up, sureño, all that. I'm just like, I want to be like that. At that time, I already earned my suit. I already did 3 in the mother. Hole, and I'm just like, but that's when somebody put it in my head right there. You're gonna do jail. You're gonna do 13 years with 85, fool. You're not gonna think about going home. Stop thinking about that. You're either gonna go all out with it or you're not. Some do, some don't. Some do want to do it, some don't. Some do be active, some don't. Some do want to be put on. If it is to be, it's up to me. It always stuck in my head. I could do whatever I want. So fuck it. I'm just like, fuck it. I went nuts with that. I wrote my mom. Hey, mom, sorry, scared. I'm sorry, mom. She's like, how you keep going to the hole? Why you keep doing that? I'm writing here from Aztec. I'm sending indigent letters from the hole. Like, I can't get stored. None of that. I can't put money on your books, baby. Like, nah, I only go 55 to bucks to store. Like, and that's when I first learned, like, you got to share with your cellies too. Like, even if you are hungry, it goes down to the last. I remember I got in trouble because I'm 18 years old and I'm not sharing with my cellie. And, the homie's like, nah, fool, that's out, fool. It goes down to the last. If I got one cracker left, that's how I am on the street still. If I'm chilling with her, I'm gonna give her half of my pisto. Shout out to Janessa, man. Hey, I'm gonna give her half of my drink and I'm gonna take half. That's just the way I'm built. And they be like, what the fuck? Like, if I go get lotion from the restroom, I'm gonna give her lotion too here, fool. And I'm gonna go get mouthwash. I'm gonna give her half the mouthwash. Like, and they be like, what the hell's wrong with you? Like, but that's just how it is. She's my celly at the time. In my room, she's my celly. Like,
I know what you mean.
You know what I'm saying? But that's when I learned they're okay, cool, you gotta get it. But anyways, after that, I went to Cork and SHU. Let's go.
How long were you in Cork and SHU for?
22 months.
22 months. How was that experience
for
you?
That shit was the craziest. That shit. If you've been a Cork and SHU, you know what time it is, dog. Can say what they want. Lefty Gunplay, I was there. As soon as you get a Cork and SHU, you get out the bus. You don't know what's going on. They tell you, look up, motherfucker. You're like, what? They're like, look up. You're like, what are you talking about? They want you to look up in the sky. You know what I'm saying? Because they don't want you to see them uncuffing you. You're in the SHU now. I'm just like, what do you mean look up? I'm young. I'm 18. Look up, man. And they're about to flip you.
If you
Cork
don't
and
look
shoe, the
up.
huras are swollen. They're all tatted on the neck, helmets, everything. They're gang banging.
No,
They're
for
in
sure.
Cork and shoe. And they're like, look up. Shaking, fool. And the
Aye.
Huda's like, hey, fool, just you trip. Everybody that goes to Quirk and Shoe, they go, you get out the bus. As soon as you get out the bus, shankled up, you're shankled right here. You're shankled around your thing. It's hard to walk with them things. So you're right there shankled. I'm next to Norteño. That fool PC'd up right there too. So we're right there. And they're like, look up. I'm like, look up at what? Look up. And they're like about to flip you. Because they don't want you to look at the combination when they're unhooking you. So they unhook you, and I'm just shaking it like, hey, fool, like he's a kid, man, leave him alone. So I go walk to inside Cork and Shoe, and they're like, face the wall, and I'm looking at the wall, and they're like, hey, man, come here. And I'm scared of the directions, and they're just like, don't worry, man. Hey, look, man, I'm gonna tell you like this. Whatever you do, when you go up in there, you listen to those guys in there, because they're not playing no games, man. This is the big boys. This is we're playing ball right here. I remember he told me just like that, and I'm looking at the wall, and I've seen all the hit-ups. I'm like, fool, like I'm scared, like, what the and then
It's okay
then they're like,
scared.
dude, just walk through the metal detector. I'm just like, right now? And they're like, yeah, walk through it. And then they blindfold me. And they're like, boom, boom, boom. And they put you on a golf cart. And I'm 18 years old, fresh from Juvenile. And they're like, hey, man, whatever you did, you're bad enough to be here. This is Quirk and Shoe. You got to do something bad to go to Quirk and Shoe. They're like, look, man, you wanted this life? You want to be a gangster? This is where the gangsters are at. Like I said, you listen to those guys in there. So he takes me on a golf cart. I'm cuffed up, shankled around thing.
And blindfolded?
You're shankled around here. You're cuffed up right here, and you're cuffed up on your ankles, and you're blindfolded. So it's daytime, and I can see the yard, and there's a bunch of dog kennels. It's a bunch of dog kennels. It's probably like 60, 70 dog kennels, and there's a gang of fools up in the dog kennels, and they're just looking at the golf cart, and I can see from the corner of my eye, they're just banging on them fools are just gang banging, like, damn, these fools are tripping. So they take me on. They're like, dude, walk up in there to yourself. So I walk up in there, and they're like, where you from? I'm walking in there like, where you from? Where you from? And I was just like, I'm from Barrio KH. I'm still trying. I'm from KH gang. Like, and they're like, all right, you active or what? So yeah, I'm active. That's all right. We'll holler at you. And then, you know what I'm saying? Real gangsters, the homies tell me, and the whole, like, I went with my paperwork hooped up. You know what I'm saying? Like, whatever the fuck. They're like, that's right, little homie. That's right, little homie. You did your shit. And they're like, make a linea. I don't know how to make a line. So I'm just like, what the fuck? You look ridiculous if you throw a piece of sheet out there. Yeah. So I'm just like, still to this day, like, making a line is just like, that shit sucks, dude. But just Quirk and Shoes on another level. And that's the way I learned. And I feel like everybody should like learn from a level 4 because it gives you good klecha. Then, because they told me once you get your mañas and you get your klecha, like you're stuck in your way. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So I told my neighbor's maniac from Heartbeats, he's like, hey, fool, like make a linea. I'm like, hey, fool, I don't know how. And he's like, fool, you got to make one. I'm like, I don't know how. And the top tier in Quirk and Shoe, the doors have blockers on them. The doors have blockers, so they're real low. You can't just throw a piece of soap out there. Nah, it's hard. You got to put your mat right there and go like this on the tray slot, palabra, and kick it up. And when you kick it up, you put milk cartons under the door.
So to hold it.
That's how you know I was really right there. And you put milk cartons under the door. And I didn't know how to do that. I'm like, who's talking about? You got to save your milk cartons. Dude, save your milk cartons. You're not going to be able to throw a line for a couple of days. Save your milk, your lunch, and dinner. So I save them. Now I got 3 for this side, 3 for this side. Put your mat right there. He's yelling at me through the horn. I put my mat right there and I fucking kick the thing up. Boom! And the door goes up a little bit and you shove the milk cartons under there. And it gives it a little bit more space. Then you get your linea and you can't throw it. You got to have a little bridge and then you throw it out. And that's when I learned this shit. Okay, now this is the part that was messed up. I had a fishing cell and Quirk and cell. So my cell's a vital cell. The Hudas just threw me in that cell. There's a PC next to me. A Norteño, a Crip, a Blood, a Gaba. So the homies have to utilize what they got. So my cell's a fishing cell. So every day I had to wake up at 4 a.m. I couldn't miss it. I didn't have a TV. Kevin Gates came out. I got 2 phones, one for the plug, and I have to go. Hey, homies, hey, you guys got anything going out there? 4 a.m. I had to wake up and you gotta throw your linea out there. And that's when you gotta learn to throw a little fish pack, a little tuna pack, or paper, because it's gonna hit the wall, and then it's gonna fly over it. You can't throw a soap and it's gonna hit the wall. No, you gotta throw a little paper, and it's gonna fly over it.
And you learned this as time went, as you tried and you
4
tried
a.m. And then at that time, if you get caught with a wheeler, homie, you that's your ass, homie.
Yes, of course. You
know what I'm saying? So you're just like, and the Hudas come out trying to grab that wheeler. They're gaming. They come out. So it's like, fool, like, what the this shit? 4 a.m. just get a letter from this fool to send over here.
Yeah.
And then I'm sending letters at 4 a.m. It's called running a train. We run the train. We run the train at 4 a.m. We run the train at lunchtime and at dinner. Like anybody got going something. And then that's my responsibility to get it over there. So that's when I first started learning to be responsible. Like these ain't playing right here.
That's right.
And I didn't have a TV in there. And I didn't have shit in there because.
Were you allowed to have a TV in the SHU?
No, because I did two fancies and shit.
Yeah, I get it.
So then I do another one in Cork and Shoe. Because I wanted a celly like a dumbass. I tell the hood, I'm like, hey man, I want a celly. Like, what's up? Like an idiot. I should have just stayed in there. And they threw me in the cell with a dummy. Hey, this fool's a weirdo. I'm 18. They threw me in the cell with this fool. Whatever. He's the first one, and I'm still learning. They throw me in the cell with him. I'm going to B section now. The homies are like, why? Hey, what's up, Left? Why you moving? Like, because when I first landed in Cork and Shoe, I told the cop, when he's walking me up there, like, hey, man, what's up? I don't get a celly or what? He's like, wow, you want a celly? We'll give you a celly right now. They love compacting fools. They want to compact fools. It gives them space. That's their shit. That's who that shit. They compact. It's a convenience move. It's for me just to move with the homie and leave one person in that cell. But a compact move means you're opening up a cell for another raza to go up in there. So now not only did I lose the fishing cell, now I'm going to another section, and now I'm going with an idiot. So that's when I just learned it. Okay, they throw me up in there with this fool, and I haven't had a celly yet. And he goes, I hear, fool, like, you don't got no tienda. He gives me 10 soups, beans, rice, whatever. And he has mad store. I run through them soups quick. I'm hungry. I'm in the SHU. I'm 18. I'm hungry. I don't know how to conserve my food yet. And he still has food. He's eating burritos in front of me. Like, I'm just like, damn, this is what it's like. You know what I'm saying? He's watching La Reina del Sur, El Señor de los Cielos. He's laughing like he has a TV. I don't. You know what I'm saying? He's not even giving me a headphone to hear. I'm just looking at him like, what the like? And then he'll fucking turn it off. That fool's that fool got smashed out of Pelican Bay too. And that fucking turn it off. He'll go to medical and he'll put the towel over his TV. Like, what the like? I can't watch TV. Like, I was watching Wendy Williams and he'll be like, nah, it's my TV. Whatever the and he's a clean freak too. Like, well, bird bath. That's what I'm really learning how to bird bath right there. You gotta clean. And he's like, hey, fool, you missed a spot. I'm just like, it's a little drop of water. He was, so what? You missed it. I'm just like, all right, fool. I couldn't stand this for already. And then the homies would be like, and then there was blacks right next to us. There were Crips and shit. They were cool and shit. And they'll be like, hey, top of the morning. And I'll be like, top of the morning. You know, hey, when it was y'all's top of the morning, Crips, you know, and they'll be like, he'll be walking out like mugging them, like, what the fuck? Fool's a weirdo, fool. And they'll be like, hey, fool, your celly's a weirdo, dog. And I'm like, I know. And the homies are like, what's up with your celly, fool? And I'm just like, I don't know. He gave me da-da-da. And the homies caught wind of what he was doing, treating me like that. And the homies were like, fucking fool, we're gonna send some books down there. Cause Cork and Shoe is bed by bed, a rock cell. So he has the best with the little TV right there. So I'm just looking at this fool all day. Like, just like this, it's ridiculous. It's not a bug. I'm just looking at this fool all day, like, fool, I can't stand this fool. And then the homies will knock down. The homie that had the block, he'll knock down. He'll be like, hey, Lefty, what's up? They'll talk to me. Lefty, you good or what? ¿Cómo estás, mijo? Like, you good, baby boy? And I'll be like, yeah, I'm chilling right here. And then this fool in the cell, and you got to let your celly read everything. Or let your celly know, like, what the homies are saying. You know what I'm saying? It's just right here, fool. They sent me a wheel out. They're just talking about some bullshit. So whatever the
yeah.
So they caught when he was doing that with the blacks. They're like, this fool gotta go. I'm like, he gotta go. Anyways,
you got him out.
He gotta go. And we're going at it. And they walk every 15 minutes. And the nurse is doing walk. You know what I'm saying? Thank God the nurse was doing walk because we were going at it. She sees all the blood on her faces and shit. She's doing pill call. The nurse, she goes, oh my God. Oh my God. Mm-hmm. You know, what the mean this? We're just going at it. Like, when you're fighting with another man in a cell and like you're fighting for your life, you know what I'm saying? Like just by the corner and just all that, just like, it's just like, and the homies are like, fool, dale gas, fool, fuck. When after they walked, dale gas, fool, like, I didn't even give that full warning. I just hopped up. I just started getting off on him right there. Like, whatever I was in the nurse, he's, you know, we're going at it like in the cell, like he's getting me, I'm getting him, and then we're bleeding. The Cork and Shoe hooters are so banged out. They're like, they throw the bomb in there. Boom! Hey, everything's fucked up. The clothes, the phone, everything with that bomb in there. Bam! They blow us. Hey, stop it. Both the fools. Drop it, whatever. We stop. They come and get us. They put us in cages and shit. And they be like, look, man, I want to go home and I want to go see my wife. I'm going to throw you guys in the same cell again. I'm like, what the But I'm young. You can't refuse a celly. At the time, I'm like, what the Like, I just, you know, we just went at it. And he's like, look, man, like, so what? You don't want to go in the same cell with him? I'm like, man, dog. Like,
so you can't refuse a celly.
You can't refuse a celly, dog. If a norteño wants to come into my cell, he going to come up in my cell and I'm going to get rid of him, dog. Like, you know better, homie.
Okay,
you know what I'm saying?
I
Like,
see what you're saying.
you can't refuse to sell it. Like, anybody want to throw, I'm a sureño. You want to throw whoever in my cell? Come on, come get it. Put it up in my cell. See what happens.
I get
You
what
can't
you're
say,
saying.
no, he can't come in here.
Okay, I get
you
it.
You cannot refuse sellies. You cannot refuse movement. So yeah, they're like, we're gonna throw you in the same cell again. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, how awkward. We just fucking win at it, and now you're gonna throw me in the same cell. Look at him like this again. Like, and I'm young, I'm 19. They're like, you know what, you're right. Whatever the they throw me in the cell again, and that's when they come and talk to me. They will be like, hey man, you're going to Pelican Bay. Like, you're a fool, dog. Like, you got 3 A1 offenses and within a year period. Like, A1 offenses, like you know,
I understand.
offense. So, and they're like, what the I'm just racking my points up. I got, at that time I got like 200 points, 180 points. And my mom's like, what the like, I'm like, hey mom, I'm not talking to her on the phone either. I don't get a phone call. I get 1 phone call every 30 days. You know what I'm saying? And if they don't answer, que gacho, that's on you. So I'm just writing letters to my mom like, hey man, like, hey, I'm going to Pelican Bay. And she's like, what the you're going to Pelican Bay? Like, she heard of Pelican Bay. The dude that was on here, Toker from Elsinore, that's my dog. He was really on the yard with me for like 8 years. That's my boy. I vouch for him. He was a loc on the yard too. We were the youngest ones on the yard. That's a good kid right there. He got good clutch shots. Just like me, I got the chills. We did years on that yard. Shout out to Toker from Young Classics on the gang. He's trying to rap those thing with Mr. Criminal, whatever. Hey, I support his movement. Like,
I like him. He supported me. I support him.
Real respectful kid. Real gang. Like, really on the yard with me. Really doing boo-bops. Really participating. Really getting hit on the face. Like, we'll talk every day at yard for like 8 years straight, 7 years straight. What's up, Toker? All right, fool. Like, every day I'll see him at yard. Like, what's up, fool?
He's your friend.
Every day at yard. Yeah, he from the area. He from the Sur. You know what I'm saying?
Of course. So you get to Pelican Bay.
Yeah, I get to Pelican Bay SHU. And it's not as strict as a Cork and SHU. And I go thinking it's gonna be like Cork and SHU, but nah, hell nah. I go to Pelican Bay, and it's just like, you know what I'm saying? Everybody's just, I'm in Pelican Bay SHU, and it's still when fools are still back there and shit, and I'm the youngest one right there and stuff, and it's just like everybody's older, and they're like, man, what the fuck? How'd you get up right here? But it's a trip. So I get a Pelican Bay SHU, and I'm just in a big ass cell. The cells are big in the SHU, like the cells are big as and I'm just like in there by myself. I don't get a celly now because of all the shit I done. And that's when I just started kind of like, I started going like tripping because like I'm doing 23 months like without a TV, and I'm 18, 19 years old. 23 months, like,
it's a long time.
And solitary confinement, and like, hey, homies did years in there, 20 years, 15 years up in there, and I'm just in there doing 20 months, like, just if your mind just, and you just see the honeycomb doors, and like, you just like don't get no phone call, and it's just like, it's cool, you know. You get that little yard. The yard's probably like this big right here, and there's a big ass wall, and there's a pull-up bar and a handball, and you just walk circles in the yard. Or it's just like, I'll go out there and I'll just trip the fuck out, like, what the fuck? Like, and it rains every day right there. Yeah, and it's just like, damn, fool. Like, my mom, I'll be waiting for mail call. Like, that's what I say. Have you ever fought for life in LA County Jail? You know what it feel like sitting not getting no mail? Hey, you look for that mail call up in the SHU, and the whole like, man, mail call.
Yeah.
Look up to that shit. Like, you don't got no tablet right there. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't got no tablet on the yard. Now everybody got a tablet now. So the tablets are cool, but like right there, that was,
when you were there, obviously
they stopped that shit though. They stopped the SHU though. They stopped the SHU because like, for whatever reason. But yeah, I made it while the SHU was still popping. I barely made it, and I'm glad that I made it. So I went to the SHU. So I get out. So fast forward when I get out, right? So I get out, Pelican Bay SHU, skinny ass food. They even throw your lotion in the bag. They put your toothpaste in the bag, and they put your soap bars in a bag, in a paper bag. You can only get a certain amount of soups in a paper bag, and it's like, what the f-? Like, you know, they do it in Corcoran, they do it right there though, and you go hungry right there in Pelican Bay. Like, you're hungry as fool. Like, I remember my stomach growling right there. Like, damn, you know what I'm saying? Like, ain't nothing like being hungry up in that. Like, and you take it for granted right here. Like, man, I'll be going hungry up in there. Like, damn, I wish I could just eat. You know what I'm saying? Like, just some food right now. I'll just go to sleep just to wake up the next day to eat. I'll rationalize my food and shit. I'm young and shit, so whatever the fuck.
Like, you learned.
Yeah, and then they release me. They go, you're going to A yard. I'm like, okay, cool. That's level 4 yard, A yard. You're gonna be on there for minimum 5 years. The rest of your term, because you call it A1 offenses. You do an A1 offense, you gang, you know, you stab somebody, whack somebody, whatever the you're doing 5 years minimum on a 4 yard, no matter what it is. That's an A1 offense. That's
just how it goes.
That's just what it is. So I get there to the yard, and it's like, fool, hey, everybody's on swole in Pelican Bay because there's no drugs right there. It's by Oregon. It's far as, and it rains every day.
Which is great that there's no drugs there.
That's cool. It's cool. Hey, everybody's big as, and they throw me on the yard when it's running yard, and I'm young right there, all shackled up still, and they uncuff me and
And you're all
shit.
small.
Yeah, and I got my little and I look white as whiter than I already am
But they already knew who you
because I
were.
haven't got no sun. I haven't got no sun. No, they didn't know who I was yet. I hadn't hit the yard yet. I don't got no
Okay.
sun yet. I'm white. I'm skinny, and then I'm just looking at all the homies on the yard, and they're just big as. And I'm just like, damn, this is where it's at, fool. Whatever the they throw me in the cell. I remember going to the yard, but when I went to Pelican Bay, like that's when I just met all the real gangbangers like that I've been hearing about for years. Oh, that's Wooty Woo from Wooty Woo. Oh, that's that fool from. Oh, I've been hearing about him for years. You know what I'm saying? Like you meet all the legends right there. Like there's a lot of famous fools, famous gangbangers up in there. I always say that shit. Famous gangbanger. Like that's the fool you've been hearing about for years. Like forgot about him. He's the one. Oh, he's right there. Like oh shit, that's Wooty Woo. Oh, what the. I'm young right there, and I'm just like, I'm the baby right there. I'm 18 years old on the yard, like I'm the youngest one, and like the homies kind of embraced me and take me under the wing, and they've just made me
love. Would you say that's when you felt like some love?
Yeah.
Because you know all these years that you're going through all of this, and you're putting yourself because obviously it's stuff that you have to go through because it's the process. Like, would you say was that your first time experiencing like actual love? Like, ah man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I liked it. It was cool. I really liked it. I really liked the father figure, the older homie fools like taking me under the wing and stuff like that. Like it's the first time I ever had like a male. You know, besides my homies and shit.
I understand what you mean.
So it's like, and I just got lost in there. Like, I didn't give a about my pad. It's just like you get lost in the moment, and then you're right there, and you're just on the yard right there. Like you're just thugging on the yard. Like you don't care about like none of that. You're in there. It's a little village.
That's your life.
It's a little city in there. Yeah, it's a little city right there. And I get to the yard, and I started doing there. And I just blew up and became who I was on my own business. I run out, so I got pretty big right there. I'm nowhere to where I was right there. Like I got pretty big. I got sized up right there. I just kicked it with around older people, very wise men. There's a lot of smart people in jail, and people don't forget. Like just they educate you. Like I remember the homies would be like, "Hey, what's Lefty doing?" And they'll be like, "He's watching Jerry Springer," and then the older homie would be like, 2 hours, 3 hours later, "Go check on Lefty, the porter, see what he's doing." Hey Lefty, what's up? What you doing? All right, here watching Jerry Springer, fool. Like, and then be like, "Serio?" All right, and the homies will come and tell me like, what's up with you, fool? Watching Jerry Springer for 2-3 hours? That shit's stupid. Yeah. That's a stupid box. You gotta read a book and elevate your mind and read some philosophy and shit like that. And like once you get to the point, I used to read books and like my mind would go on a different. I'll be reading books and I'll be thinking about the guys or like high-nows and shit. That's because your mind's not there yet.
Yes.
Once you read books and like you gotta keep on using your, even with rapping, like you gotta read books because it opens your metaphor instead of just saying.
Yeah,
Strap. You gotta
no words.
It's stupid to be stupid. It's smart to be smart and educate yourself and stuff like that. I got a high school diploma. I want to be smart. I've heard the way that some of these people use their language when they talk. You know what I'm saying? Things like that. And it's just I wish that I talked more like that in a manner. And I'm trying now in a manner where I'm just, keeping it like that. My dad always told me too, like, hey, one thing you got about it is like you got it, it's just like I said, I don't know, it's stupid to be stupid. It's not cool. It's not cool to be ghetto. It's not cool to be hood. I want to get up out of here. I'm dying to be hood with it. I'm dying to get up out the hood. I swear to God, I'm dying to get up out the hood. I love my hood. I'll never forget where I came from, but I'm dying to get up out of there.
Yeah, you have to work for, you have to grow. You have to grow. So let's go back to Pelican Bay.
Yes, ma'am.
What would you say was the nicest thing
I try to grab my baño right now. I have it. That's what you know. Okay.
What would you say was the
nicest
thing you experienced in Pelican Bay?
Oh, just like a person taking their shirt off their back for me. Like, you need a shirt, I'll give you my brand new shirt. You know what I'm saying? Like, what good looking out? Like, you need something, I'm gonna give you some brand new shit. Like on the level 3 yard, like they'll give you some shit. Like the fuck, fool. Like, I just came from 180. Like, man, I took my shirt off. Like, man, you better put some respect on my name.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like that was a whole nother experience too. Ironwood was like cracking too, but like Pelican Bay was just like real militant. Like just they had norteños on the yard. Just you know what I'm saying? They had the homies on the yard. Like.
So what would you say was the craziest thing you saw? Not that you did. I don't want to talk. Just
like, fools getting laid out.
Normal. That's like pretty typical normal stuff.
Just people getting laid down in a resume yard. Like a fool just get killed, and like resume yard. Like damn, that fool just got killed.
And it's like como nada.
Resume yard on the gang. Resume yard. Like what the fuck? I was just talking to that fool. They just killed his ass. Resume yard. Like all that fool just got whacked up. Resume yard. Resume.
But I feel like in those environments, it's so normal for the guys, for everybody to
It's
feel
still it's
that?
still normal to me. It's still normal to me. Like I still feel the same way. Like you know what I'm saying. It's just it's hard to get up out of that.
How long? How long have you actually been out of actual prison?
I got out a year and a half ago
Okay.
from Pelican Bay.
Okay. And you did your whole 13 years.
Yeah, I did. I did 9 years. 8 years and some change.
8 years and some change. And you did not once
Hold on. 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26. Yeah. Okay, 9 years. Yeah, 9 years.
You're 26 years old.
I'm 27, 28.
28.
Oh, don't say that because they're gonna not want to sign me for a deal. I'm trying to sign for 100,000. Well, I ain't signing for no less than 100,000.
And just so you know that you're gonna blow through that shit in 1 month.
No, 30,000. Okay, but 100,000 is cool. 30,000 ain't shit. I ain't
100
signing for
ain't shit.
Okay, but 100 is better than 30,000. So I'm
That's
gonna sign
right.
for the 100.
Yes.
100,000 is for signing. We're going on a 50-50 contract now. It's cool, and I'm gonna make that 50-50 because you need to pay me to perform. I'm an entertainer. I'm gonna fucking bring a crowd every single time. I'm looking at J.I. Bands and Bravo the Bag Chaser and Drummer Boy and you know what I'm saying? Dudes like that. Like I'm on that level. You know what I'm saying? I just been up in jail and shit.
Well, we're gonna stay out of jail.
If not more than that. And I was with them fools in jail, dog. Like them fools know what's up. I was with Chito Ranas and Bravo the Bag Chaser.
I don't like Chito, so I don't.
Hey,
talk about him.
I was with them fools in South Facility the same time. Them dudes are with me at the same time. They know it. I was in 47. Chito was in. So what? Fool, come get it, dog. It's the truth. I'm in 47. Chito's in 46. He was in 45. And then Bravo was in 44, 43, 42. School dorm. Okay? And I'm right there. And I got the whole compound. Lefty Gunplay has the whole shit. Boom. And I landed right there and they sent me a wheeler like, hey, fool, leave Chito alone, like da. He's good. He with the woo, because fools are just trying to be like, he from Sacramento, fool. Like he's not in LA, you're in LA County, but he's really right there, dog. I'll go to breakfast every day and I'll trip out, I'll see that for like, oh shit, that's Chito Ranas. And they'll be like, hey, Lefty Gunplay. I'm like, what's up, man? They'll be like, hey, Letter the Drummer's my shit, fool. You're all over my Explorer. The cops will be like, you popping up all over my Explorer.
How cool is that though? Hey, let me ask you, how did that make you feel?
It was a trip. They played.
But did it make you feel good?
I went in Supermax and we're waking up in the morning and shit. And it's count time. They be like, my name ring bells from LA County down the way side of Bang, man. Face tattooed on the main line. Shank a bulldog and ironwood with that gang life on the speaker. And the homies are like, damn, this fool's really a rapper. Like,
how cool is that though?
Yeah, they're playing my song Jail Talk on the motherfucker. Who you texting, girl?
Dang, toxic ass fool.
Nah, hell nah. Hey,
did you take pictures of us though?
I know. You got me or what? I sat in jail too many times. If I don't make it with this rap right now, it's like that's it. This was capping, like you know what I'm saying. But
Yes.
I got to do it. I see it. I wake up and I see it in my dream. I vision it. I manifest it. Like I'm him. I'm doing it, and that's what it is. Lefty Gunplay. I'm cracking. SGV Ballpark. KJ. This is what it is, dog. Lefty Gunplay. Remember it. Like I got it though. This is nothing. Like I got it this time. I really got it this time. I never been locked in the way that I am this time.
But are you locked in with yourself?
Yes,
Fuck everything else.
I'm locked in with myself. I know what it is. I'm not going looking for pedo.
Okay.
You know, but at the same time,
You gotta protect yourself.
I'm
I
not
understand.
stupid. I'm not
Of
stupid
course.
either.
Yes.
I'm in Smith Weatherman, but I stay home more. I'm not all kinds of high nots and shit.
That's the
High nots
point.
is a distraction to
Definitely.
me, to what I'm trying to get. I'm trying to get my money. I'm trying to get a bag.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Fuck the fame. I've been famous. Been
That's
famous
right.
gangbanger. Like,
we known, not famous.
that's cool, homie.
Because fame is just for a second.
Now-
Known is a lifetime.
Now I'm about to get my money out of my story and my homie story. And my homie just died on Monday.
Sorry about that.
My best friend, like, yeah, I appreciate that. Rest in peace, Lefty. Rest in peace, my cousin Largo. Like, I lost 3 best friends already. Like, really best friends and shit. Like, I miss them dudes every single day. And them are the dudes that tell me, like, every day, man, you got to do the rap. You got to do the rap. I'm like, nah. So just like when he died, and it's crazy how I got out of jail the day that he had his wake and stuff. Like, it's just like, I think about him all the time. She see me, Janessa see me in the car, just like, when we're coming over here, just like talking to myself and talking to my homie. And that's real shit. Like, when you lose that many homies, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that shit really hits you and affects you. Like, it don't hit you like when people want you to cry, but like when you feel him, like, yeah. I felt my homeboy, and he was cold the other day. Like, when he was laying there, he was cold, and that's when I broke down, because I just remember him thugging on the block and him telling me, like, hey, Carnal, I'm cold. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and I'll give that for my, you know, okay. I'll give him a sweater and shit. Like, man, I miss my homie, dog. Like, I miss my homies. I'm doing it for my homeboys, dog. Like, I don't give a fuck what fools say. Like, yeah.
Hey, yeah, people's opinion doesn't matter.
Hood, man. Like,
you gotta do this for yourself.
She trip out, Janessa will tell you, I lost a gang of homies, man.
I get it. Listen, we've all lived that lifestyle, and I've lost a lot of friends myself. And it doesn't ever go away, the feeling of you losing somebody, but you gotta focus on you.
I still thought of it. Boom.
You know? You gotta focus on you. No,
that homies know that's real shit though. I'm really
life. Everybody goes through that.
My homie just died on Monday. Like, you know what I'm saying? My other homie just got smoked and shit. Like, my cousin just OD too. Like, that shit crazy, homie. I'm running out of space. Like, I'll go little G lifted. I'm running out of space.
No more on your face.
Man, ain't gonna be no more, because I'm coming for the motherfucker. The gang, like, ain't gonna be no more on the gang.
But then you're not gonna be able to make your life, your rap career. You're just gonna be put away.
That's what the people want. I'm just living. I'm trying to make it through the day. Negra, right? I'm trying to make it through the day. Like, I'm not thinking about tomorrow. I'm not thinking about whatever. I'm living in the moment. She told me today, like, I said, hey, shall I do this interview in the morning? She's like, you wild, fool. I'm like, what the mean I'm wild? She was like, you're just a trip, fool. And I'm just like, fool, I'll just go do me, and it is what it is. Like,
well, I appreciate you coming.
No, I appreciate you having me. You guys are really feeding me. Like, whenever you guys want me, holler at me. Even when I'm worth $1 million on the game.
Don't worry, we got millies.
No, you guys are cool. You guys and shit.
Thank you.
I really do.
Well, is there anything else you would like to share that you haven't shared?
Yeah, they call me Lefty Gunplay. I just dropped my first album. Back Like I Never Left. Shout out to Benji Roll, FB Go Crazy, and K Che for helping me make that album. That album's dedicated to my dead homies, and that shit bangs.
Yes, we're obviously gonna plug it in. We're gonna plug in all your information as well. And
it bangs, but it ain't the new shit that I'm writing. I'm dropping the mixtape from the gate. That's just bullshit. Like, it's whatever. It's like just dibbling and dabbling, but like the new shit I'm dropping is hard. And nowadays everybody wanna rap, dog. Like, don't even get that. Like, everybody wanna rap. Like, that's what makes me not wanna rap no more. But like, when I write my lyrics, like, the shit that motivates me is like the people telling me every day, like, hey, fool, like,
got this.
You inspire me, all the little high school kids. Like, it's a trip now because everybody's like in jail, like, hey, Lefty Gunplay on the streets, hey, Lefty Gunplay, like the little kids, hey, in the high school I'm cracking, hey, Lefty Gunplay, the fools be like, what the. So I'm barely adapting to it.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? And my homies are like, fool, go all out with it. And shout out my homie Grim, man. Grim Nasty. He a load from the hood. He was supposed to come with me today so that I wouldn't say nothing stupid. He was gonna be right there like, hey.
We got you though. Don't worry.
Okay, cool.
I'm not gonna let you endanger me.
You guys are cool.
Thank you for watching Indicted TV. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and follow us on Instagram.